great rise. Now, give me a second. I start early, so give you all time to get in here, get some things situated. Great rise, beloveds. You know who it is. You know what it is. It is Queen Goddess, the King Advocate, and tonight is Melanated Monday. So I'm gonna give you all some minutes, a couple minutes, to get on in here and get yourself acclimated to tonight's conversation, to the topic here. Get your friends, get your family, get your co-workers. What's going on, Fate? What's going on, loved one? I appreciate you for being here and on time. That's what I'm talking about. Love it, love it, love it. If you have not already, though, loved one, you can stay here tonight, but please make sure you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. I would so appreciate that. So appreciate that. Somebody else has showed up over here, so I would like to know who that is. Say something. Say something. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right, so we're going to give people a few more minutes to get on in here. I try to start a little bit early, just to kind of give the notification that y'all need to come on in, because you know how we do. Come on in. We're going to have some pretty intense conversation, I think, as long as there is some back and forth conversation. So if you would like to share this video, by all means, share the video. Tell your friends, come on in. Tell your frenemies, come on in. Let's share some information. Let's talk about some things. Let's get some stuff off our chest, and then let's see what we can do to fix it. All right, because you know what I'm about. Let's fix some problems, right? Let's fix it. Who we got over there? That's Ronell. What's going on, loved one? Thank you for being here. I do appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I see my brother Cecil. What's going on, loved one? I appreciate you. I do. Thank you for being here. So we're going to give folks a little bit more time to get in. I started a little bit earlier deliberately to give my folks some time to get in here because, we work on a different time than others. So it is what it is. But anyway, as you already know, what you may not know, but you should know what we're talking about tonight. Tonight's topic, we are discussing Black Judas. Black Judas and the N-word mentality. All right. That being the ultimate betrayal. I would really love to have some back and forth conversation with you all. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. See how you think, how you're processing, and what really kind of provoked this topic this evening. I don't watch the news. I really don't. I don't watch TV at all. But I hear stuff. I listen to the radio. And I hear some things. What's going on, Mr. Lamont Sally? Great rise, beloved. I appreciate you for being here. I do. I hope you all get a chance to participate, share your thoughts. I really appreciate your thoughts. But again, like I said, tonight we're talking about the Black Judas, and what sparked tonight's conversation was based on something that happened in the news. Why it's even newsworthy, I don't know, but it is nonetheless. But we're gonna go a little bit deeper with it. So, what has been talked about, or what's being talked about, if you don't know, is this whole thing with Michael Vick and him being an honorary recipient of whatever this award is for his accomplishments in his sport, and how the petition has gone on. Y'all don't leave because it ain't about the sport, okay? But how this petition has gone on to get or to make sure that he does not receive it. Victorious Latoya, what's going on, loved one? I appreciate you for being here. I believe this is your first appearance. I appreciate you for spending your Melanated Monday with me. All right. Hopefully you'll stick around and enjoy the conversation and join in the conversation. Feel free to share this video if you like. I'm looking forward to be for this being a very intense conversation. Hopefully you all will participate. Like I said, it's stemming from this whole Michael Vick thing. So don't go away. It's not about him. Okay. But just that people are gunning for him the way they are based on what he did with the dogs. You know, it's this, we're going to get deeper once people get in here. D. King Brown, what's going on, loved one? Thank you for being here. You know I appreciate you. You know I appreciate you. This means a lot for me when you all show up like you do, because you could be doing anything. Yes, this is your first time, and I hope that you will come back and more, like every week. Every time you see me pop up, I would love for you to pop up, okay? Because you know I'm going to give you love. That's what I do here, okay? So since we do have some new people here, I have to give my disclaimer. And Philando, was that you? Are you here, loved one? I appreciate that. Great rise. Appreciate you for being here. I have to give my disclosure, okay? I accept anything you have to say. I welcome anything you have to say. You can share your thoughts, your comments, your questions, your ideas. DJ Low, what's going on? I'm sorry, y'all throwing me off because y'all showing up from nowhere. People I haven't seen in forever. Great rise, loved one. And back at you. I appreciate you for being here. Going back, you can bring your thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, all of that. Bring your mama now. Bring anything except your feelings. We don't do feelings here. So I deliberately crush feelings because they hold no weight. Feelings falsify facts. Once you start dealing with your feelings, you start ignoring what's actually being said and what needs to be done. And we don't do that around here. We deal with the facts of the matter. Okay, so if you good with that, you good right here. What's going on, Javaris? Thank you, loved one, for being here. You know, I'll be missing you. I'm glad you came back tonight. I miss you, but I appreciate you for being here as always. So that's that part of the disclosure. Also, I do not filter. I don't. And I don't ask you all to filter. Say whatever you want to say. That's why we here. Love you too. On purpose. With purpose. Say whatever you want to say, how you want to say it. I think I removed 99.9% of the filters, at least over here on YouTube, where I would love for you all to go and subscribe to my channel. That's Queen Goddess, the King Advocate, okay, on YouTube. There are two of them, so make sure that you go to the one that's showing the queen with the sword. Get that one, okay? Subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm looking to move everything over there. But since you all keep showing up here, you know, I'm gonna honor that. But yeah, anyway. I forgot what I was talking about, but I'm glad you're here. So let's just start. Let's get into the conversation. So again, dealing with what is going on in the news with Michael Vick and him, people coming at him, not want him to receive his award, not want him to be honored for what he has rightfully gained honor for, based on what he did with these dogs. He went to jail, I think, for maybe 17, 18 months, whatever, for dog fights. Okay. He's since then become an advocate for the animals. I love animals. I do. Okay. So if you are sensitive to animal conversations right now, you might want to skip, because, and this is just me, I am not ever going to put a dog, cat, rat, dog, skunk, nothing before a human being. Okay? Not ever. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why this is even news. I don't understand why we are not supportive of him just because of something that happened, or that he made a decision to fight dogs. What happens, or what has happened when people are fighting, when we fight each other, or when we're being caused to fight each other, or when people are you know, putting us against each other? Ain't nothing going on with that. Nothing. But I said, this is what sparked it. Okay. My problem is, instead of us looking for a reason to condemn our own people for anything that they've done. I don't care how wretched it is. What's going on, Robin? Thank you, beloved, for being here. I appreciate you. I don't care how wretched it is. Okay, instead of condemning them, what's going on, Stacy? Appreciate you, loved one. Find a way to help them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are such, and I'm not even gonna say we, because I don't do that. So I'm gonna remove myself from that whole we shit, because that ain't something that I do. But the Black people in general have been classified, conditioned, taught, programmed, whatever, to be snitches, to be the house nigga. I got to say it. What's going on, Tony Williams? What's going on, loved one? I appreciate you for being here. It's been a minute. Hope all is well. Mavis Red, what's going on, loved one? I appreciate you, darling. Thank you for being here. But we are so conditioned to being this house nigga. What's going on? Is it Hynix 773? What's going on, loved one? I appreciate you. I do. Our mentality, the mentality of Black people is just so effed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, we don't find a way to support people. We find a way to discard them, to make them look as bad as society portrays us to be. What's going on, Marianne? Marianne James, what's going on, loved one? I appreciate you. Please chime in if you have something to say. But I appreciate you. I got to come see you. I've been trying to do that. My schedule's been all over the place. But thank you, Ronnie, for being over here. I appreciate you. Like I said, we got to find a way to stop demonizing our own people. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing that. Stop being a Judas. Stop stabbing each other in the back. Stop turning our backs on each other because of something that we've done, or something, a bad decision that was made. You know, we all make bad decisions. Great rise, Miss Sunshine Linda X. What's going on, loved one? I appreciate you for being here. Stop doing it. It's like we've conditioned ourselves now to be crabs. You know what I'm saying? It's like the whole crabs in a bucket mentality is not to help the other crab get out, but to make sure the crab stays low. So we stepping on his neck, we stepping on his head, we're making sure that he can't move, we crowd him in, whatever the case may be, but not giving him any life, not giving him any breath, any way to come out of a bad situation or to recover from a bad decision. We're not doing that. We're stabbing each other in the back, and it's ridiculous. 773 says, I feel like I just too dumb, or I'm just too dumb to be out here because your beast. Okay. He said, your beast husband cheated on me. My beast husband cheated on me with my best friend, Shanice. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Give me a minute. I'm going to deal with that. Okay, I'm going to deal with that. Nova, what's going on, loved one? I appreciate you for being here. And you say, Queen Goddess, I know you can give me all the answers to my life problems. Now, I know this kind of weird, but I fucked my sister and she trying to tell my mama if I don't. What the hell is going on here? Okay, we'll talk about that not right here, but we'll talk about that too, because that's some crazy shit right there. What you saying? My sister is stabbing me in the back like Judas. Okay, so since this is some real shit right here. What's going on, Eddie Davis? I appreciate you, loved one. I'm gonna have to address this, okay, because we're here. You brought your situation live, okay? So you are also new. So the disclaimer must go out. I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't deal with your feelings. So if you brought your feelings here, if you're looking for me to coach your feelings, I'm not going to, okay? I deliberately crush them because they don't allow you to hear the facts, okay? So if you are sensitive with your feelings, this ain't where you want to be. When I'm talking to you, since now this is somewhat become a public counseling session, I'm going to hold you accountable for your part, okay? Know that right out the gate. I'm holding you accountable. So I'm going to reread what's going on right here. So Nova says, you're going back to Nova. Nova says, Queen Goddess, I know you can give me all the answers to my life problems. Now, I know this kind of weird, but I fucked my sister and she trying to tell my mama if I don't pipe her on the weekly. So what should I do? First of all, my question is, why are you messing with your sister, bruh? First of all, that's a problem. That is a problem. Okay, that's an issue. That needs to be addressed first of all. So that back and forth, why she need to tell, because that's a sickness. Something ain't right with that. That's a problem. That ain't backstabbing. That's somebody needs to get some damn help. Like both of y'all need some help. You need to call me. Get on. Message me, because we're gonna have a counseling session. That's some sick shit. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. You said you didn't hear? I don't care what she looked like. This is your sister. And I know you probably on here being funny right now, perhaps, just to see how I'm going to respond. But again, I'm going to give it to you 100. Hold yourself accountable. That's some sick shit. Flat out. Okay? And right now, I'm not even, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. It's some sick shit. That's your sister. You got to be held accountable for that. IG me, message me. We're going to talk. Sonya, what's going on, loved one? I appreciate you for being here. Tony Roberts, what's going on, beloved? I appreciate you as well. Go to Facebook and message me. That's how you get in contact with me, because we definitely got to talk about that. I'm not going to address that right the way I really want to on this platform. But that's some shit. But anyway, we are talking about the Black Judas, and I'm talking about it from a standpoint where we don't support one another. We find a way to hold each other down instead of raising each other up. We don't support one another, and we do it. A lot of times it's being done for publicity. It's being done for acknowledgement by people who don't even care about you in the first damn place. It's being done for monetary reasons. So people are selling out their own for monetary reasons, or they're selling out their own to get into some type of position, some type of status, instead of looking at, you know what you trying to do to my folks, that affects me. What you trying to do to this man affects me. What you trying to do to this woman affects me. This also goes back to what we talked about last week, when I'm saying, men, where are you? Where are you when it comes down to supporting your sister, to protecting your women? Where are you? That's also a Judas type activity. When you turn your back on your sister because you're mad at her. I don't care if it's a whole in general, 1 or 2, 1,000. I don't care. When you turn your back on her, that's a Judas activity. That's a Judas activity. You are doing the same thing to her that everybody else is doing. What's going on, Patricia M. Goins? Thank you, beloved, for being here. I do appreciate you. Women, it goes for you too. When you turn your back on this man because he did something that you didn't like, he cheated on you, whatever it is, he did something you didn't particularly care for, and you turn your back completely on him, or on him as a whole, not just him, but him as a whole. That's a Judas activity. We got to stop that. We are treating each other like we are each other's enemy. We are being conditioned to think and behave like we are each other's enemy. And this is not the case. We are taking each other out. We are being used as weapons against each other to take each other out. Somebody talk to me if I'm lying. Correct me. I'm going to deal with you, Hinex. We're going to deal with it. We're going to deal with that. And I want you to reach out to me as well on Facebook Messenger, and we can talk. Okay? We can talk about it. That's just, I want to kind of stay on subject right now, but we're going to talk about it. And I might even actually hit on what you're dealing with. Matter of fact, got to do it. Right there. Got to do it. Get this, okay? Get this book right here, because I'm going to address your cheating part. The Business of Marriage. I got one copy left. One. If you want this copy, you need to be getting it right now. You can get that at paypal.me/business of marriage. It's $20. If I mail it to you, it's $22. Or you can cash at me, $1 healer. The business of marriage. Fuck your feelings. The truth about every relationship. Get it. This is the absolute last physical copy that I have. It is also available on Kindle, Amazon Kindle, so you can get that copy as well. Okay? You already know, Javaris, there's the book. Gotta do it. Okay, we got a lot going on over here. King Style 3 is IG. King Style 3. That's how you can reach me. See, but what do I do about my beast husband who cheated on you? We're gonna deal with it. Because the question is gonna go back to you. What was the actual cheat? So we about to have some wide open conversation on this whole Judas, and I love that. So keep it coming. What is your definition of cheat? First of all, most people look at cheating as somebody that stepped out on the relationship as a cheat. Here's the thing. The cheat occurred when one or both of the parties refused to uphold their part of the agreement in the relationship. So if you decided together that you all were going to, do something on this particular day, every day, whatever it is, you agreed to this thing, and one of you stopped doing it, that was the cheat. You cheated the other person of having the experience of your truth. That was the cheat. So don't just jump on him because perhaps he stepped out physically and went someplace else because something happened prior to that where he felt that he needed to get what he was being cheated out of. Now, is that always the case? It's not always the case, but a lot of the times that is exactly what it is. Nikki Turner 609. What's going on, loved one? I appreciate you for being here. Y'all turned up tonight. I appreciate that. But you have to hold yourself accountable for everything because in the relationship that you're in, you, my dear, are in that relationship. So something happened or had been happening that was not being addressed to cause the final outcome, which to you looks like a cheat. But the cheat occurred prior to the physical step out. What's going on? I am Friday night. What's going on, loved one? I appreciate you for being here. Y'all showing out tonight. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay. But yeah, so I hope that part somewhat answered your question. But again, reach out to me and we'll have further discussion. I do counseling as well. So if you want to schedule some counseling, I'll get, prices and all that stuff over to you as well. But we'll definitely talk. But as far as the whole Judas mentality, it is turning your back on your own people. Turning your back on your people is ultimately turning your back on yourself. You don't have to believe what I'm telling you. Matter of fact, don't believe it. Don't believe what I'm telling you. Know it for a fact. Look at what's happening. Look at what's happening to the people right now. And it has been happening. Look at it for what it is. Nobody is supporting anybody. Everybody is out for oneself. And just that, I get self-preservation. I get having to take care of oneself. I get that. But when it comes to a point where you are not at all considering anybody other than yourself, when you will sell out somebody for fame, for money, for clout, for a position, for anything, that is a problem. Stop stepping on each other's neck. If your brother has made a mistake, if your sister has made a mistake, help him or her correct the behavior so the pattern does not continue to go on, so they are not looked at as a problem. We cannot afford afford to be looked at as problems. We cannot afford to be looked at as parasites or as animals or as anything that does not have value, because we are being taken out in that manner. We're being taken out because there's no value to us, because we are not giving it to each other. We're not looking at each other as anything of value. So we cannot expect that to come from anybody else. It cannot and it will not happen. Stop being a Judas. Now, I'm going to be completely transparent and personal. And I believe I've told this story before. It's probably been a year or two. I'm going to tell it, okay? I'm going to tell it all, okay? So you all understand what I'm saying. I was married, been married twice, okay? I had to learn some things. But in my second marriage, my husband at the time was not very attentive to the household, to what was going on in the household. And I made this clear numerous times, about right here, as calmly as I possibly could. What's going on, Queen Valencia? Great rise, beloved. I appreciate you for being here. I do. It's your first time. I appreciate that. So he was not being attentive to what was going on as I was telling him. So things began to escalate. At that time, I'm in my feelings, no doubt, but still dealing with the facts, okay? This is what's going on. This is what needs to be addressed. This is who you say you are, what your position is, what you claim to be and be about. I need you to do that, okay? He didn't do none of that. I got to a snapping point where I didn't care no more. I didn't care. Now it's, this is what it is. Now shit flying, okay? Did I lay hands on him? No. But everything, not everything. Some of the things that I purchased got broken, okay? I purchased for him. They got broken. Some shit got smashed up, okay? Nonetheless, I was emotionally out of control, okay? I will give you that. But it had escalated to that point. And I'm telling him, your household is on fire. Your household is breaking apart. He ignored that. So while I'm going through this tantrum, trying to get his attention, trying to get him to listen now, because now I'm completely out of character. This is not what I do. This is not who I am. I'm trying to get him to realize, to recognize something is wrong. This brother decides he gonna call the police on me. That's right. He calls the police on me, on his wife. Mind you, his life is not at stake. Nothing is in jeopardy. He calls the police to deal with his household. I did say my ex-husband, correct? Okay. That should have never occurred. I don't care what he thought. That should have never occurred. Never. Fix your household. Don't call somebody else in that you know don't want your household to survive in the first place to come and handle it, because that's what they did. They handled it. They handled me. Get her out of there. Get her out of there. Why? Because I'm trying to make sure our household remains a healthy household. You know what I'm saying? That shit burnt me up. But anyway, nonetheless, that was some Judas activity. That was a stabbing in the back. That was spitting in my face. Coco, Millie, what's going on, loved one? I appreciate you for being here. My sister Rochelle's Cuisine Muhammad says we have to improve in our eating habits. Yes, ma'am. In order to clean the mind, which will clean the actions. Yes, indeed. And we're going to talk about that tonight. Ms. Ike, what's going on, loved one? I appreciate you. It's been a minute since you've been here, but you know I appreciate your thoughts and your comments. I do. So yes, sis, we're going to definitely talk about that. We touched on it last week a little bit. Ren, what's going on, love? I appreciate you. Oh my God. Y'all showing out tonight. I'm loving it. I love it. Appreciate you, beloved. But yeah, we talked about it briefly last week, that the food, so-called food that's being ingested, having a great effect on how we think. And yes, Ms. Ike, you are absolutely correct. Absolutely. I would have said more. Well, anyway, you are correct. You're correct. Authoress, is it Khadijah? What's going on, loved one? Appreciate you for being here. This is your first time being here. I appreciate you. Hopefully you all will come back and continue with me. Indeed. Phoenix Rising. What's going on, loved one? Indeed, clone food. You can't even call it food because there's no nourishment behind it. Y'all have to really pay attention what's happening. You know, the stuff that we put in our bodies and on our bodies is having an effect, literally an effect and an infection, an infestation in the brain. How we think, what we think, why we do what we do is deliberately being modified to create something other than human beings, is being designed to create something other than a spiritual being, a spiritual minded being, a spiritually operated being. It's destroying us. The way we're thinking about each other, the way we think, period, is being caused by what's being put in the system. Y'all think it's a joke. You're not taking it serious because you want to eat what the hell tastes good to you. It tastes good to you because you're going to keep eating it, right? It's causing you to be addicted and you don't think about it. Anytime you constantly have a taste for something, that's an addiction. There's an addictive additives being put in this so-called food so you continue to take it in, so your mind, so that your brain ultimately changes physically, and your mind changes how it processes information. It's deliberately occurring, okay? Even down to the cheating, the stepping out on the relationships, whatever. Everything is happening for a reason. But if you're not cognizant, if you're not aware, if you are not informed, if you're not interested, you're going to keep being affected and infected by what's going on. You're going to continue to be a Judas or be a victim of a Judas. The whole mentality is a sickness. It is a sickness that ain't nobody gonna give you a cure for, because you have to recognize it for yourself. You're getting the information. We're here. You have access to the information. What you do with that information is totally up to you. I will never tell you what to do. I'll tell you where it's at. Even in my counseling sessions, I don't tell people what they should do, but I will present to you the information. This is what you get here. You get presented information. What you do with that information is totally up to you. But this Judas shit got to go. This crabs in a bucket mentality got to go. This snitching got to go. This not trying to figure out and work out your household problems got to go. Just calling somebody else into your shit got to go. Fix your own household. Fix it. If you need some counseling, get the counseling. But as far as bringing somebody else in there, police officers, whatever, that should never occur. It should never get to that point where that's even a thought to bring somebody in there that's going to cause harm or that's not going to prevent harm from happening. And I'm not just talking about on a physical level. I'm talking spiritually and emotionally, all of that, and even financially, because if the household breaks up, your finances is getting destroyed. All of that, all of these things go together. How you think affects everything. Everything. Judas is not just you turned your back on him, but you did everything against him or her, against us. Everything. How you think about us is a Judas mentality. Period. All of this is a problem. All of this is a sickness. It is deliberate. It is an attack. If you see your brother or sister that's in need of something and you turn your back on them because you done made up an excuse why you can't help them, that is a Judas mentality. If you don't have it to give, that's different. If you have it to give it from a heart, give it from a space of wanting to give, not because you're looking to get something back. Ms. Ike says, let's talk about the new relationship you in. Really? I'm in a wonderful relationship. Thank you, sir. Yes, indeed. I've been told to have a glow and all of that. Yes. It's very new. Thank you. It's new, but it ain't. But it is. It's new. It's a good thing. It works for me. Okay. He's a man's man. Okay. Very strong man. Everything that I needed and wanted in my life. There you go. Be happy for me. Cause yeah. So yeah, anyway, back to the whole don't be trying to throw me off. Back to the whole Judas. This a lot of things they got to change. Start having conversations with one another. Find out what's going on with each other. It's like we look at what people do and make judgments based off of what they do, instead of looking deeper to see what caused what they did. What caused it? There is a problem. Why did this individual do this? Why did they say this? Why do they feel this way? And Nova, that's also to you. Why in your mind is what you're doing okay? Why is that being processed as this is okay to do? Because it's not. It's not okay. And the fact that you've processed this as it's okay and justified it because she's a nice looking woman, she's your kinfolk. Certain things you just don't do. You know what I'm saying? You just don't do it. But something is happening with you in here that's making you process that shit is okay. And it's not. So I'm not condemning you. That ain't what I do. But again, I do hold people accountable for what they do, for how they think, for what they say. You got to be held accountable. First thing is, why am I thinking this way about this individual? Why am I disconnected from her in this way? Why do I not see her as my sister if she is indeed your blood related sister? Why are you processing her outside of that? So something is wrong, but you got to address that first. Okay. And again, like I said, we will talk. Rochelle's Cuisine, Muhammad says, in having conversations, we need to learn what the root is. Absolutely. We got to ask what the root is. And even before we deal with the roots, you got to deal with the soil, because the soil, the root is stemmed in the soil. That's the foundation of the root. What's really going on? So it ain't just the root, is what their root is buried in. You know what I'm saying? What's supporting the root? You got to get to that point of it. And until that's dealt with, then the root itself then already started rotten. So everything from the root is going to be rotten. Everything from it is going to breed sickness. It's going to breed unrighteousness. It's going to breed hate and disgust and whatever. It's going to breed everything that's anti. Okay, if I'm lying, correct me. Anybody, if I'm lying, correct me. Otherwise, talk back. Okay, talk back. We need to have these conversations. And I love having conversations that people won't have conversations about. This is what I do. I talk about all the stuff that most people are afraid to talk about in their own homes. They're afraid to talk about it with one another. They definitely ain't finna get online and talk about it. But it needs to be talked about. We need to be having conversations that society says are taboo. Those are the things that either make or break the unions, that make or break the families, that make or break any type of relationship, that make or break the structures of things. Have the conversations. Period. I appreciate you, sis. I try. I do what I can, but we're not having these conversations. We got to have them. Judas, this house nigga mentality. Yes, I said it out loud. House nigga mentality. Some of y'all finna get offended because I said it out loud. It's a fact. Some of y'all get offended because you're hearing the word. Ooh, why did she say that? Oh my goodness, I declare. I don't care what you declare. This is what it is. The facts remain the facts, whether you like them or not. It doesn't stop what it is. It's a house nigga mentality. You doing things or not doing things against your people because you're trying to appease another person. You're trying to appease society, or you're trying to appease an oppressor. Whatever it is, you trying to make good with something to somebody that don't give two shits about you at all. And then here's the thing. When you are trying to appease other people, you have to consider that they're watching your loyalty. If you are not loyal to your own, they already know you can't be trusted. So you still getting dealt with like an animal. You getting dealt with like a dog. You're getting dealt with like a traitor. Even worse, you're being dealt with like a Judas. Okay? While you being a Judas, trying to appease somebody, they already looking at you as a Judas. So you in a lose-lose situation, which means ain't nobody coming for you. Ain't nobody trying to save you, because you ain't trying to save yourself or nobody else around you. Nobody. Check yourself, okay? Check yourself. I know some feelings got hurt, and I warned you ahead of time. Don't bring them shits here, because I don't care. And don't take that as me being so, detached from emotional whatever, because that's not the case. Really, but I can't care about how people feel about facts. I can't care how you feel about information that's necessary for your growth, for our growth, for our betterment. I cannot care how you feel about it. If I care how you feel, I won't give you the information, because then I'll be concerned about how you respond. Okay, Ren. And out of love, I'll say, fuck your feelings. Okay. But I'm glad you listened. I know it's funny, but I mean, that's this truth. You know what I'm saying? I cannot care. I love you on purpose, with purpose. That's with purpose, not feeling. I love you on purpose with purpose. It's a reason why I love you. It's because I choose to. I love you is an application of truth. And that's what I'm doing. I'm giving you the application of truth. And it's on purpose, with purpose. What you do with that, I'm giving you that information. What you do with that, that's up to you. But you can never come at me and tell me I lied to you or that I don't love you. Who is that? Miss Reading Geek? Miss Reading Geek. What's going on, loved one? I appreciate you. I do. Your first time here. Y'all showing out tonight. I don't know what it is, but I'm glad that it is, because y'all the bomb. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but you showed up here. Like I said, we got a lot of new people on tonight, and that's dope. That's dope. Just the fact, because some of y'all don't even know, y'all know who I am, but you know tonight. But I appreciate you. So again, for those of you who are just tuning in, we are talking about Black Judas, and that being house nigga mentality and being the ultimate betrayal. Now, does that happen outside of Black people? Of course it does. But that ain't who I'm talking to. Okay? This night is Melanated Monday. So that's who I'm talking to. All right? Again, it's all about stop stabbing each other in the back. Stop judging each other for things that they've done in the past, for, making bad decisions. Stop turning your back on each other. Lend a hand to each other. We need to build upon each other, not being crabs and stepping on each other so nobody can move. We need to build upon, that whole, let me hold your feet, I'm going to boost you up. We need to be doing that with each other. Let me boost you up. Because if you boost somebody up, then somebody going to boost you. Know that. This is how the thing goes. You do to somebody or for somebody, then that same thing is going to be done to or for you. That's just how it works. You can call it karma, whatever you want to call it. That's how it works. It's building blocks. Build them up, not break them down. Okay? Men, y'all got to do better with your sisters. Sisters, you got to do better with your men. Period. Because it's a lot a lot of that. Here's another thing, another story, not my own. Okay. I have a old friend of mine told me that he has a friend many years ago whose girlfriend at the time would call the police on him every weekend, or at least every other weekend, so she could go out with her people. Judas, why are we calling the police on our so-called loved ones? I don't get it. Why are we doing that? Why are we turning each other over to authorities and not handling our own affairs? Why are we doing that? Do you not understand that you are turning your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, whoever, you are turning them over to an overseer, okay? Let's keep it real. An overseer whose job is to fall in line with master instructions. It's not to take care of anybody. It's to follow instructions of master. Period. Your best interest left the building the moment you were escorted out of the building. Stop it. We are filling up the penal system because we are making phone calls to have us put in the penal system. We're doing that. Okay? It's not so much other people that's calling the police on us. It's happening. Facts. It's us doing it. We're not dealing or handling our own affairs the way they need to be handled. We're turning each other over. Judas, we're turning each other over to the overseer to take care of something that we could have taken care of by a simple conversation. Minus your feelings, processing the facts. It only takes conversation to handle situations. Conversation handles situations. You don't need to bring anybody or anything into your situation that is not going to help mend it and build it. Yes, ma'am, I have. Yes, ma'am. Definitely. Pay attention, people, to what you're doing. Pay attention to how you're thinking. Pay attention to what you're processing. Pay attention to what you are putting in your mouth, what you are putting on your skin, what you're putting in your hair, what you're injecting in your ass, all of that. Pay attention to all of that, all of it, to the music that you're listening to the vibrations that you are being surrounded with, to the frequencies that you are being exposed to. Pay attention. This is not a joke. This is not a test. And if it were a test, we are failing miserably. We're failing when all we have to do is look to each other for the answer. Look within and then look within and to each other for the answers. Rand says, okay, I gotta plug y'all up real quick. Sorry about that. Plug y'all up because my battery about to die. Uh-oh. I think I was too late. I was too late. Let's see if I can bring them back. Y'all give me a second. My phone died on IG. They won't say nothing, no way. But anyway, Ren says, I'm going to assume you speaking on minor circumstances. I think if there is a possibility of loss of life or assault, then police may need to get involved. Indeed. But even before it gets to that point, you know what I'm saying? it should never get to that point. But yes, in some circumstances, it may be required. But for the most part, before it gets to that point, something can be done within. And that's the part that we keep missing. We keep jumping over that. We're looking for other people to come in and do stuff that we could have done ourselves. We refuse to hold ourselves accountable for what's happening with us. That's the part. We refuse to hold ourselves accountable for what's happening to us. In every relationship that you're in, regardless to the type, in every relationship that you are in it. Hold yourself accountable for everything that you do, for everything that you say, for everything that you don't do, for everything that you don't say. Hold yourself accountable. Have the conversations with one another and stop turning each other in. Stop turning each other into authorities. Stop turning your backs on each other. Give a hand already. Now, granted, because I know I'm about to hear that, you got some people out here that are simply looking for handouts. That's not trying to help themselves, or they ain't looking to help nobody. That's trying to get over. True indeed. This is a fact. And I still go back to, if you are in a position where you are able to help somebody, it's not your job to judge whether or not that individual is being genuine. It is your job to give freely, give according to the will. Okay. I'm also say, if you're not willing to do it, don't do it. If you're giving begrudgingly, don't do it. Don't do it. You need to want to do it. Okay. Otherwise, just don't do it. But anyway, IG dead because my phone is, it's a done deal. That's wiped out. But anyway, do you all have any other questions, comments, or concerns? Anything else you might want me to address? Even if it's not on the same subject right now. Cecil says, we actually called the cops hoping that the cop would kill that person. Wow. When it's not even that deep. Facts. That's wow. I don't know if we so much hope that they kill him, but it's still a selfish thought at the moment. We want them out of our face so we can do what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? And perhaps at the time, what you want to do is, I'm going to say this, when the police are called in minor situations, the police are called because that individual who called them does not want to hold themselves accountable for their part in what took place. Deflect. They don't want to reflect and see what they did. They're deflecting and throwing everything off on that other individual. It's because you did this, is that, and other. Well, what did you do? How did you contribute to this? So it's to take responsibility off of oneself and blame the other person for causing the need to bring in the authorities. That's ridiculous, but that's what it is. People are just too damn selfish. They're too damn selfish. Okay, that's, call it what it is. That's what it is. Okay. I think I said a mouthful today. Y'all showed up and showed out tonight. It's ingrained subconsciously, absolutely, and it's continued that way by what we're feeding ourselves. It continues. We refuse to do better. We refuse to take accountability for being better, for doing better. That's what I'm saying. People look outside of themselves to get answers. They look outside of themselves to get a resolve. We already know what we need to know. We are equipped with what we need to have. Go back naturally and obtain that information. Go back and obtain what's necessary to move forward. Stop looking outside so much, for other people to do things that you could be doing for yourself, that you need to be doing for yourself, that you have the ability to do for yourself. It's ridiculous. Because then, when you don't hold yourself accountable, then you always got somebody else to blame when stuff don't go your way. Well, you didn't do shit. You did nothing to contribute to getting what it is you said you want. You did nothing. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I'm not gonna keep y'all. We got about 6 minutes or so, but I don't, like I said, I don't have to stay here. If we have summed up everything, then I can let you all go. But again, please know, I greatly appreciate you. I don't know what went on tonight, but y'all showed up and showed the hell out. And I'm so grateful for it. On purpose, with purpose, for sure. I'm glad you're still here, Rob. Hynex 773, I'm looking to hear from you. And Nova, I'm looking to hear from you as well. We need to have some conversation. Please, if you're still there, please make sure you inbox me on Facebook. It's under my name, Kimberly McCants. Okay, or if you want to leave another message or whatever, some contact offline when we're not live, feel free to do that so we can have some conversation. I got some answers for both of y'all. Okay, but I'm gonna address you. I'm going to address you. Okay. Again, I appreciate you. Also, On Purpose with Purpose is the nonprofit that I created to help men acquire resources that they need on every aspect. Please, when you see that link, On Purpose with Purpose, it's GoFundMe. Please support it. Okay. On Purpose with Purpose is a GoFundMe page. Support it. Read it. Watch the videos, like 2 videos on there. You can see what it's all about. It is officially with the attorneys, so it is happening. Please support the movement, support the progress, support each other, support our men. Okay. All right, loved ones, I have broken out into a sweat. I appreciate you all. Hopefully, I will see you all again next Monday, same time, same place. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. Queen Goddess, the King Advocate. Look for the Queen with the sword. Click on that link and subscribe. I'm going to do some major upgrades with my platform, so make sure that you are a part of it. Okay, all of you who are here, I appreciate you for being here. Those of you who have not made it over, I'm looking for you to get over there. Get there, because eventually Facebook ain't going to be happening at all. Okay, so get yonder. Would you please? And thank you. All right, loved ones, I'm going to let you go. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your evening. Please remind each other to love on each other in truth. Love each other in truth. Support one another. Don't be that Judas. Be supportive of one another. Lend a hand. Okay? Lend a hand. That's all I'm saying. We got to help each other, because ain't nobody else looking to help us. We got to help us. All right? So, till next time, I will talk to you soon, and I love you on purpose with purpose. All right, loved ones. Reflect the light. Peace.